Okay, no, stop. This is I refuse to go down this road. This is too laughable. Okay.
The reason that it
no,
hasn't
you can't.
happened-
No.
Can I finish my thought
Nope.
and then I'll answer that question?
No, because you won't ever. No. I've talked with you twice. I know you won't answer it. I'm holding it to you here.
I will.
Why?
I'll
No,
answer
you
your
won't.
question.
You won't. I need you to
Right,
understand
what's your
this.
position?
I think
Consistency.
good things are good, and bad things are bad.
That's a tautology. That says nothing.
Oh, okay.
Everyone
then,
thinks that.
then we'll build out one further. Okay. If you're going to overthrow the government, you'd better have a damn good reason.
0% of you are subscribed. Fix that.
Okay, so I'm just confused because I don't know if you support communists in post-Soviet Russia.
I am a
or if you
communist,
support...
but
You are.
I'd like to think I am. But I don't think there
If
are a
you
lot
are
of
communist.
communists.
Okay, so finally I have some label that you accept.
I'm a
on yourself.
libertarian socialist, first and foremost.
So am I. I'm a left libertarian.
I don't know if
Which
I
is
think you're a
funny.
libertarian.
I've consistently said that I oppose violence, and especially by large entities like states. The reason last
But
time's
you're
conversation
defending
was,
violence by states.
I am not defending violence by states. I simply accept that we live in a world where it's still unfortunately happening because politicians can't do their job of
No,
preventing.
because Russia
violence.
invaded. It is not the
Why did they
responsibility of
invade?
other politicians to magically prevent authoritarian governments from invading their neighbors. They've been doing that
So I think
for
this
all of
would be
human history.
productive. This would be a productive mode. I would ask you questions. So do you understand that Putin has an over 80% approval rating right now in Russia by the public, right?
Sure. I don't know
Okay.
how reliable those figures are, and I could dispute those figures with others because you are literally criminally penalized for any kind of public dissent against him. But
Yeah, but these are supposed to be anonymized. And just to be clear,
Yeah.
for example, the Duma, okay, which is the Russian Congress, has abysmal ratings. It's much less than Putin
well, he's a
himself.
strongman. But yeah, I can accept that he's a popular strongman with Russians.
Okay. Do you also understand that the Russian public supports this war? Still, the majority does.
I believe so. Again, these numbers are unreliable, but nobody really knows for sure. I'm just going to go with if they do, then sure. I accept the premise.
Okay. If they do, my question is why? Why would an entire country support a war that you yourselves are saying is unprovoked and unjustified? So in their mind, they are justifying it somehow, aren't they?
Because people tend to support their government when they live in authoritarian governments that control the media. I mean,
So
it's all state
okay,
media
let's say
over
that's
there.
the case. I'm just exploring your perspective. So you believe that China and the Chinese public and media supports Russia also because they're part of an authoritarian government, correct?
I don't think the Chinese government is lukewarm on Russia right now. I don't think the Chinese people have very strong ideological ties to the Russian invasion of Ukraine.
The official position of China is that there should be a diplomatic and a negotiated settlement solution to this war. And
Right, which
that-
is a pro-Russian sentiment, but it's not the most full-throated one you could possibly give.
right. India has historic ties with Russia and friendship with Russia. So of course were very reluctant to, they abstained from condemning it in the United Nations and so on.
But of
They've
what
actually
relevance is
increased-
this?
Because I'm trying to tell you that tacitly, countries with billions of people, perhaps the majority of the human population, actually are on the side of what I'm saying, which is that, and hear me out, is that the leaders of Russia and Stoltenberg and NATO and the United States have failed to avert a misunderstanding that
Wait,
has
hold
now...
on. Wait, really quick. This
Mhm.
is retarded, and I don't care. First of all, do not assume that all the fucking desperately poor people in India, because their government has ties to Russia, are like ideologically supportive. If you go up to your average fucking Indian and are like, yeah, dude, so why do you believe that the people of the West have failed to prevent the like, they would just punch you and take your shoes, and you would deserve it. Now, even if we accept 5 billion, trillion, bajillion, million people are all evil, I don't fucking care. People believe the shit that they hear. Most people don't really think on this stuff that much. The Russian government makes a great effort to propagandize to their people. Whether or not that large number of people agree or disagree is irrelevant to me. They better put up
No
or shut up.
problem. I'm trying to establish your consistent point of view, okay?
Wait,
So when I go to
nothing here speaks to my consistency. I don't derive my ethics from the from the will of the masses.
I'm saying there is a large contingent of leftists who are blaming NATO.
Yeah, I
right. So
argue
it's
with that.
not a completely outlandish thing to say what I'm saying.
So it doesn't matter. Wait, it is. There are lots of retards. Everyone is retarded, except for me. That's my consistent position. I hold to it with the grace and temerity of a ballet dancer.
But you can understand why that's not convincing to the rest of the world,
no,
right?
I make arguments to convince people, and that's something I'm failing to hear from you, by the way. You're testing my consistency. I will disagree with any number of people for any length of time. I love arguing. It's
I enjoy it too. In fact, I enjoy reasoned arguments that disagree with me.
No, there
I'm
are
just
no
trying to-
reasoned arguments that disagree
what do
with
you
me.
even
There's
believe?
just brain damage. That's it. That's all I've ever encountered, ever, from anyone, especially other leftists. They're the worst of them all. The only group worse than fucking fascists is other lefties who are pretending not to be fascists when they're talking with me.
Look, I think the broad conversation, and perhaps one day we'll have a conversation about libertarianism versus statism, because you're clearly not a anarchist.
I think that you're a statist.
I think that you're the guy who is literally talking about countries as if they are people. I am talking about individuals, and I'm saying that they should look at the idea of a state as being something secondary to not killing children.
I'm uninterested. Russia should stop killing children.
Yes, and so should everyone else.
Great.
You are
Thank you.
uninterested in
Very
any other
helpful. Walking into Auschwitz-Birkenau and reminding all the Jews and Nazis alike with great gusto that we should all get along and stop killing each other, and then walking out and leaving, and then you see the smokestack start rolling again. Yeah,
See,
unfortunately,
because
we need to be a bit direct with our condemnations. When
Yes,
actual
because you
shit's
like
happening.
you like to come in the end when everyone's already at each other's throats and there's been a genocide and people have freaking died and been genocided, and then you come in and you're like, these guys are bad. Okay, see, I'm
You're
right.
I would have gone into Auschwitz-Birkenau and said, yeah, these guys are bad. What is it? Yeah, what of it? That is true. I would have been very simplistic in my analysis while walking into Auschwitz-Birkenau.
Can you tell me what you would have actually said, like as if if
I was one of the liberating of the Allied people who went to Auschwitz, I wouldn't be saying anything. I'd be lining people up and shooting them. I wouldn't be saying anything.
And here's what I would be doing.
If you did, if I was okay, listen up, Private. If you're in my fucking platoon, I see you doing a single fucking thing with those Krauts that isn't borderline war crime material. Okay, you're joining them.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you just said.
All right, never mind. Continue.
Okay. I'm trying to say that I look at what led up to that. I think that we need to look throughout world history at repeating patterns. And this is why you disagree with Chomsky and you disagree with me, because intelligent people in every other area of life look at patterns. That's what intelligence is. You look at what the main factors are and what they affect. And then you're like, oh, you see, when you don't do this thing, yeah, this is what happens. Okay.
Yeah.
So like,
you walk around Auschwitz-Birkenau and you go, wow, fascists really should never be in power, huh? And then you think, damn, 80 years from now, if Russia ever does an invasion on a liberal democracy, this time I'm going to support them before they take control of the whole country.
Yeah. See, that's you. And what I'm saying is, I don't know if that's you. I was a little confused there. all Ukraine had to do was wait until the next election. Wow, what a concept! That's what we want in this country. Do we want in this country?
Wait, you mean wait until the next election before protesting?
No. Again, I want to be clear. Protesting is fine.
You seem to take issue with it.
Well, I think that it leads. As you can see, it can lead to toppling a government, like in all the Arab Spring countries, or like in all the.
Okay, so protesting is fine. Okay, what about just flat out like removing Yanukovych? Isn't that based? He's an authoritarian.
Totally not based.
How do you know there's even going to be another election? He literally just tried to institute an authoritarian government.
You're happy, like if Haiti right now has political unrest and removes their government, you're happy.
Depends on the government. If the government's really bad...
For me, it doesn't depend on the government.
It depends on the government. Okay, wait, hold on, wait. What about removing the Nazi government, huh? What if back in 1994, a group of like Jewish revolutionaries and like would-be partisans could have like stormed the Nazi offices and ousted them? Would that have been good?
You know what I'm going to say? I said it last time. You go a little bit further back and you make sure that the Nazis are never
You can't actually rewind time. That's not literally a power
you have. Why are you rewinding time then?
Because I'm talking about what you would do in a situation where there's already an authoritarian leader, as there was with Yanukovych.
Oh, there's plenty of authoritarian leaders right now around the world.
Yeah, they should be ousted.
You empower the moderates. You make sure to lift sanctions.
I don't want
from North
moderates in
Korea
charge.
and
I
Iran.
want fucking radicals in charge.
We also agree that good things are good and bad things are bad. I know all those other people are crazy, but we agree on that. Wow. But you see, the thing is, you're not saying anything. Yes, obviously, good things are good. But when you
I just
self-identify
said
with
lots of
leftists,
specific things. If you're stabilizing bad things, then it's
and who
bad.
decides what is good or bad? You do?
Yes, correct. It's an ethical position that I hold and will argue for. But I think
Yeah,
most
but
people
don't you
would
think
agree.
that others should
Wait,
have
stop.
access?
Hold on. Stop pretending that you're an ethical nihilist. You've already agreed you don't like the
I'm not an
Nazis.
ethical nihilist. I just simply think that others should have access to your brain and your method of deciding what's good or bad, shouldn't they?
Do I really
Independently
need
of
to
your
explain why
oracle.
the Ayatollah is bad?
Dude, bad, good. This is what I'm talking about.
No, it's not. You're not talking about ethics. That's the problem.
Bad and good is what I'm okay, comma. This is what I'm talking about. This black and white, Christian versus Muslim.
Okay,
bad
hold on.
versus
Wait,
good.
really quickly.
This is the thing
really
that leads
quickly.
to
Okay,
wars.
wait, really quickly. Which I'm sorry, we need to keep pulling this, okay? You said you literally lost family in the Holocaust, correct?
Yes.
Okay, you are now talking with an SS member, okay? They're part of the Schutzstaffel, all right? It's the guy who was in Inglourious Bastards with the white beard, okay? He's got like a
What
little
is the
Luger
year?
on his side.
I'm guessing
Okay,
it's not now.
you're talking directly to this person now, okay? He's got a little Luger. He does a little German tihi, you know, the way that he did in the movie that everyone saw. Okay,
I didn't see the movie.
You now have to talk this guy out of his own behavior, because every second this guy walks a bit, okay, he's going to be finding Jews in basements. All right, so let's talk with this guy. This is now the hypothetical conversation we're having. Okay, so you were claiming, who even knows what's good or bad? Is that it? Was that what we were on?
No, I was not. What I'm saying to you is your claim to unilaterally decide what's good and bad is not good for actual policy. Because
Okay,
no
he
one
just said
has
that to you.
access
Okay,
your
wait.
brain.
Ja, meine Freunde, your piggish Western arrogance in saying this is bad, he says, he's grabbing a Jewish guy out of a basement. This is not conducive to good behavior.
I don't know how you look with that mustache right now, but I'd love to see the video later.
I've got a full
the
beard.
video?
It's safe. It's safe for me to do it. Do you
Okay,
understand the issue here? Like, the world...
Dude, I'm really trying to like both understand you and get through to you. I don't know which to do because which one to aim at first. So now I'm supposed to react to a hypothetical Nazi that I'm talking to in 1940.
You are arguing for like a kind of total moral relativism. Where...
No, I am not. I am simply saying your moral decisions you are self-proclaimed to be from your own brain, and every other leftist is an idiot. So if that's the case,
yes, it's a recurring feature of my streams.
First of all, if every other leftist is an idiot, why would you want these leftists to topple governments if they're all idiots and they're not?
That's actually a good question.
No.
No. You actually hit on the nose on that one. I struggle with that sometimes. You know, it's oh yeah, revolutionary partisans one day, and the next day all these fucking MLs are out here doing fascism 2.0, except with red flags.
You're that lefties. I don't understand you, man. I mean, on the one hand, you're saying all these things.
Wait, you're claiming you don't understand me because I've said I think it would be okay to topple the Ayatollah's regime. Is that really like a disagreeable position?
Punch a Nazi, topple the fascists. I get it.
But don't say it sarcastically. Yes, topple the fascists.
No, I'm not saying it sarcastically. You're so simplistic with it, but fine. Let's go with it.
You start with that. And the complexity is, how do you do that in the most helpful way? Because in reality...
You understand my position, though. It's a little bit more nuanced than yours, but...
No, but we haven't gotten to mine. No, please. We haven't gotten to my position. You don't start. Okay, you start at the position you start at is know.
See, I'm totally not with you on this whole black and white.
Toppling fascists is good. That's the position you start at. But then you think, okay, well, definitions for fascism kind of vary, and depending on what you mean by toppling, like what do you actually mean by that? And what you do is you go into it and think, okay, how do I actually apply this system in a way that makes the world a better place? You know. Because all forms of revolutionary violence are not equal at all. Most people will defend in concept, like overthrowing the Nazis before they did the Holocaust. Most people will defend that in concept. Very few people understand the logic why. When do you actually draw that line? Because we can't see into the future in the real world. Nobody in 1933 could have envisioned World War II or the Holocaust in its entirety. They might have seen some signs, some indications, but not the whole picture. So how then can you ever make an informed decision on whether it's time to engage in revolutionary violence without knowing
How
whether or not
indeed?
it's going to happen in the future.
Perhaps you should not. But listen,
No, that's how the Nazis won. No, that's the wrongest answer. You can't say, oh, it's difficult to decide, therefore we have to let every fascist regime just march ahead until we get...
So, listen, I've seen revolutions and counter-revolutions. I've seen the Red Terror. I've seen the Jacobean Terror. I've seen all the revolutions have the counter-revolutions that believed, oh, we did it wrong this time. We're going to counter now revolution. Listen, I get it. Act, ready, fire, aim. I got it.
No, it was the Nazis, man.
The Nazis. It was the Nazis, man.
It was the
Nazis.
Nazis.
That's a great sound clip. What? So
No, don't what me. Nazis? It was the Nazis. If the SDP, if any of the communists or whatever back in Germany had taken over, they would not have done World War II and the Holocaust. The entire World War II Holocaust combo fun package was entirely a product of the specific ideology of the Nazis. It could have been stopped if you had a good eye for that.
But what about the Red Terror? What about the Great Terror of Stalin? What about Mao?
I don't defend Stalin. I don't defend
Nazis. Who are
yes?
So who are those?
Stalin was Nazis. Sure, probably.
Okay, Stalin was
50%.
Nazis. Mao
yes.
was Nazis.
Mao is a fucking retard, dude. He tried to get farmers to do pig iron. Okay,
the Cultural Revolution and the killings was that Nazis?
Everything I don't like is Nazis. Can we move on from that specific rhetorical line?
Fine, I get you're astute and
no, I'm trying. All I'm talking about here is that you need to have a standard for when it's acceptable.
Everything I don't like is Nazis. Like literally, you're great for sound clip. Like what are you talking?
If you
everything good is good, everything bad is bad, everything I don't like is Nazis.
Thank you.
And we have to destroy Nazis.
If you approach all potential revolutionary action as it's equal, like, oh well, this could all go bad, so it doesn't matter. That is very, very, very,
How about we first try the non-revolutionary action?
So the problem is that in reality, right now, the situations we're talking about have already reached the point of violence. Russia already invaded Ukraine.
When shit has already hit the fan and millions of people are dead, I get it. That's when you come in on your white knight and you say, you people must be killed in a court of law and then we're going to execute you triple times. Yes, I get it.
Yes, I agree with the political objectives of the Nuremberg trials. That is true.
We got it. We executed all the Nazis and now all the Nazis are
not
dead.
Enough, clearly. It's
the
first. No, that's over. It's over. It's done.
I'll tell you this. The USSR.
Stop running around. And I'm talking with someone who is legitimately perplexed by the concept of ethics. What the fuck are you? I stopped talking for 2 seconds and you assault me with another. I'm saying that right now, Russia is invading Ukraine. Now, make sure to hit the like button and share this with just about everyone you've ever known.
Punch a Nazi, topple the fascist.